Good morning. Welcome to Day 2, Proving Grounds 2024. So just before we get going, we do have a timer up there. We are quickly going to run you through a Gauntlet briefing. So this is for all of our athletes today are taking on a modified version of the Gauntlet. So we're going to jump over to Ali just now. He's going to run you from start to finish, and then we'll return back to the booth, and then we'll get you started for today's events. All right, we'll see you then. Sorry, just a couple of audio issues there. Like I said, we were scheduled to start in about 10-15 minutes, so we're just getting fine-tuned there, but quickly had to run through that gauntlet. So, yeah, whilst we're waiting, today's schedule of events, which I do have right here, we are going to be starting today with our everyday females. All right, so we're going to be running through all 3 heats of the everydays. They are kicking off at 9 o'clock, so if you're up for that, if you're up having your morning coffee, come and join us for some fitness. That's going to be workout 4. And this whole entire day today, we've got all of the categories. Every single heat are all going to be running through the gauntlet. That's going to be happening from 9 till 1 o'clock. So at certain points through the day, we're going to flick over there. We do have a few heats picked out. We're going to follow from start to end and get some proper racing on this longer format workout. And then, of course, we're going to be getting the final workout, which is workout number 6, released last night. I'm not going to say it just in case I'm wrong on that. I think you do know what it is. But we are going to take every single athlete, every single heat, every single category. We are taking you through that final workout. It's going to be fast, furious, and then we're of course going to finish with your podiums, prize givings, and we are going to crown our World Pairs Champions for 2024. So really exciting day. It's going to be 8-9 hours total of just pure fitness racing. Like I said, we're really looking forward to it. If you tuned in yesterday, thank you, really appreciate it. Lots of good feedback on the competition, some good racing. Love to see you guys sharing highlights as well. So we'll get lots more of that coming for you today. Yeah, so once we get done with the briefing of the gauntlet, we're going to get you an updated leaderboard, and that's going to be for all your categories. So we're looking at our top 10 in every category, and that's going to give you a nice idea of where to be watching today, because it's going to get very competitive. They're very tight at the top. Leaderboards are looking snug, especially in those middle categories as well. So what we'll look at is let's get you some workouts of the day. So things are getting set up here just now. We've got athletes in warming up. Our everyday girls are in the warm-up area. We've got the gauntlet athletes over there as well. But that workout on our Sunday schedule, so the opening workout for the everyday girls is going to be 3 rounds for time of 10 rope climbs split anyway, and then 60 overhead single dumbbell walking lunge. It's a big mouthful. And then 30 deadlifts. So we're seeing a little bit of a heavier barbell here today in a regular workout. So we've got the deadlift, but 10 rope climbs for everyday category. That's going to be very exciting to watch. Rope climb, really high skill, tough movement, especially for our guys in everyday category. So really looking forward to see that, and that's what we're kicking off with at 9 AM. Once we get done with our briefing, which we think now is connected, audio is good to go. Ali, of course you want to hear from him, so let's get over there now and see if you can get that briefing.
Distance we're going to put out and make sure you have a copy of that, okay? And then once you've completed your C2 bike,
Are we on live?
to your sandbag
Right.
hurdles.
Go over that.
No, okay.
Sorry.
Let's do that again. No
Yeah.
problem. So, live TV.
Just apologise.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm used to this, okay. Right, so we come into the start for start. We come in, we're gonna get our time and check from our registration centre.
We good?
Okay, you must have your time and check on.
So we good?
To take part in the Gauntlet today, so make sure you come and get that done. Then once you're done, you will come to the race director who will be here. He will brief you on any standards and questions you have for the race. After that, we will move to the C2 bikes, okay? The race director will start the race. Once the race has begun, you will complete your C2 distance and the intervals required for your category. You will then move to your sandbag hurdles. You have 2 sandbags. Every time a sandbag goes over a hurdle, that is going to be 1 rep. Alright, you can only carry 1 sandbag at a time, and both partners must always move together. You can only go over the hurdles. Once we complete the sandbag hurdles, we will move down the floor. On a sandbag hurdle. Alright. Teams on that far side will go over to the right. Teams closer to me will come over to the left. Okay? You'll hit your sled push. See here? We're going to start on either side of the hall. You must complete 4 lengths of the sled push. It's 12.5 meters. The sled won't touch the line. The judges will keep you right there. Once you've completed your sled push, you will continue down the floor. Let's get into the work room now. So we continue down the floor onto the row. Now, when we get to our row, it's going to be a first come, first served basis. So whoever gets here first has the opportunity to grab whatever bit they want. Once they've completed the required distance on the row and the judge is verified, they will continue through the gauntlet. Our ski and farmer's holds. Now, again, we are in a first come, first served basis. This is a race. We want it to be exciting. So the harder you push, the better opportunity you have. We're going to get into our ski and farmer's holds. You complete the required distance. This farmer's holds must be off the floor for you to be able to ski. Alright, that's kind of the main rule here. Once we've completed our farmers, we will move through onto our echo bike. We have 3K for the fellas, and then I believe 2.5 for the ladies. They will have a full sprint finish on the echo bike. Once we've completed the echo bike, we're going to sprint finish through the gauntlet finish, across the time chip mat, and you are done the gauntlet workout for today. The judges will keep you right, you will be briefed more at the start of the event. Good luck, guys. Have an awesome day too.
Simon, get ready to come out.
All right. Thanks, Ali. So that is your Gauntlet, looking great over there, by the way. So really looking forward to picking up some awesome racing for that later. What we're going to do, guys, is go and get our final setup. I say we just a little bit cold and audible there to get that briefing in for you guys. So we're going to take 5, go and get ourselves all ready, and then the main show will begin in just about 5 minutes. And like I said, we're kicking off with our everyday females. So we'll catch you in 5. Good morning. This is your official welcome now. Welcome to Day 2 Proving Grounds World Pairs Championships 2024. I am Graham McMillan. I am your host for Day 2, same as Day 1, and we've got a full slate of competition ahead of us. Yesterday we had 3 workouts completed. We are now into workouts 4, 5 and 6. We've got 400 athletes, 200 teams. We've got everyday, intermediate, Masters and RX, all fighting it out to be crowned the World Pairs Champion for 2024. We are going to kick off our coverage at 9 AM. What you're looking at right now is the Gauntlet getting ready to go. So those guys are actually kicking off in the next 5 minutes. That's going to be our intermediate ladies. They're going to kick that off. We are going to start the broadcast looking at our everyday females. That's going to be at 9 o'clock. We're going to get that in, the guys are going to get warmed up. But before we get there, let's get you an update on yesterday's action and get our leaderboards up for what was the results of all of our categories. So yeah, we're going to get up our everyday females first. We'll get you updated on our top 10 leaderboard on that. Here we go. So at the top, 263 points is Doctors Doolittle. Coming in second, Stats and Lats, athletes only, and then McCool and McClovin, athletes only, about 247. So within the top 3 there, we've only got a 16-point spread. That was some very quick maths in my head there. So it's 16-point spread there between the 3, and we've also got 2 teams from athletes only, which should be a good competition to look out for here, especially as we are kicking off with those everyday athletes. So keep an eye on that top heat for those guys. And then just slightly behind in 4th there, CrossFit Haddington, just 7 points behind. There is 300 points on the board today to play for, so this is all going to get shook up. So some great competition coming your way. And if we can now just get a look at the men, we'll bring up that. We're in the top 10 men now, so we've got the Turkish Delights, athletes only. Again, 290 points. Another athletes only team there, 270. So those guys from Coatbridge here in Scotland really holding up the top of our leaderboards in the everyday category, which is very cool. But again, a little bit of a spread there down into 3rd with CoreFit. That is some of our defending champions from last year coming back, so they'll be looking for a push into day 3 with these 3 challenging workouts to see if we can get some points and climb up there. So if we get now, we're going to move on to our intermediates. So we've got intermediate females. Here we are, sitting at the top, fashionably late from 12.98 with a 14-point lead. Then we've got Physica guys down there, 261, and then Little Reeds, 242. And as we just look down there, we've got a decent, probably about a 50-point spread in the top 5, and I think there is going to be a lot of movement, particularly after this first workout. This first workout, as we mentioned a little bit earlier, it does have a rope climb in it as well, so that's going to be really interesting. So if we get on to the males now, intermediate, and sitting with a considerable lead here is Bobby and Ken. So good fun watching those guys yesterday. Some real strong performances. 3 event wins to set 300 points. So very clear leaders at the moment. But we've got the Dad and Dad boards of CrossFit Australia. Really good, solid team there. Very well balanced. Who had some really good performances. We are looking for them to make the push today. So it'll be an interesting watch. And then we've got Ben Crawford and partner there in the Independent Anti-Cardio Club. 49 points behind, but definitely doable to try and push up there. But I think the interesting part with intermediate males here is there's some real tough competition. As you look down there, Glasgow, another athletes only, we've got Edinburgh down the bottom there, is that we're all pushing. There's a good push for essentially the podium. So coming from anywhere from the 212, so Paisley could get a chance to get up into that 251 spot and really push for the podium. So moving on from the intermediates, we'll go into our Masters. And this has been good fun to watch as well. Leading at the top there, Swedish CrossFit Edinburgh team, so 290 of 300 points, so making a strong push, but it is tight there. The 2 Annies, 285, so just a 5-point spread, which means we're pretty much even here, getting into another full day of fitness. And then sitting in 3rd at the moment, 260, that's going to be double trouble. But with our Masters females, we have the single heat, so there is now 8 teams. I think we've had one withdrawal there. So we've now just got the 8 teams, but they're all lining up in the same heat all day long. So look out for those guys in the Gauntlet, because they will all be racing at the same time. There's going to be 10 teams at a time running through Gauntlet, so that's a cool one to look at, to blast right through there. So as we move on to the males, sitting at the top of the board, 295, last year's reigning champions, Red or Dead. So that's going to be Craig, Punton and co there, and Liam, sorry, sitting at the top. And then right behind them though, 285, Mike Leggett from CrossFit House of Wolves. Really putting the guys to the test there. If you remember, in that workout 3 yesterday, had a commanding lead and then just lost it a little bit in as we reached round 5, where the Red or Dead just made that push, maybe a little bit more of that experience pushing through there from those guys. But also Ian and Andy for 40s, really solid performance across all 3 workouts, and that's going to be a really exciting one today. So look out for the male masters. We have got the male masters on the schedule for 11 o'clock today. That's going to be workout 4 and floor 1. So if you're looking to follow that competition, which should be pretty electric, tune in 11 o'clock for that. So moving on to now into our RX category, it's going to be RX female first. So right at the top there, Hybrid Hells, that is Helen and Helena, 295 of 300 points, so almost a clean sweep. So a couple of firsts and a second place sitting atop, and honestly their performances have looked calm, composed, the communication, the teamwork, not just because they've got almost the same name, but just a great looking team, looks solid across all the implements yesterday, including the heavy barbells, the gymnastics, just a real solid team. They're going to be tough to catch, but the good thing here in that RX is there is lots to play for. Look at the spread there in the top 3, 290, that's our defending champions, only 5 points behind. So it's Jen and Ella from Kirkintilloch, and then CrossFit Porty there, 270 coming up behind. A little bit of a drop then into the next, which is to get the guys from Dundee and Evo Training. So they've got a little bit of work to do. But again, 3 events to make that up across the day. So RX female, we've got them coming up. We're actually going to get into those guys in the Gauntlet. So it's going to be the first time we see the Gauntlet on the broadcast today, is the RX females moving through there. So look out for that. And then into our RX male, our last category here is at the top. We are tied for first, and this is going to be awesome all day long. So we've got clean jerks and dirty snatches, that's Fraser and Archie, our current reigning champs from 2023, but they are now tied for first with Love and Thunder, which is Johnny and Harry. So awesome, RX males, that is going to be some competition for the top. We've got quite a big drop there to the full, I guess the bracket throws me off there, the full anterior pelvic tilt team, 50 points behind. And it's going to be pretty tough to make a charge up there against 290, assuming those guys are also going to be high up in each heat. But doesn't mean it can't be done. Underneath them, Park Farm Strength and Fitness from East Kilbride. Another really strong showing yesterday. They bumped right up the leaderboard following that gymnastics workout with the double muscle ups, really playing to their strengths there, which allowed them to just bump up there into that top 5 position. They were actually in the second heat. And then Shaz and Kilos holding it in 5th. We heard from those guys just at the end of the day yesterday. Just excited to be here. I'm sure they're making lots of YouTube videos. So that's our top 5, but we've got another, remember there is 20 teams in each category, and there's a lot to do, and we're looking for also, this is moving day on the Sunday, is really cool because we have kind of all those people who can cause trouble. So if we look at our top 2 who are fighting out for the top spot there, anybody finished between those 2, gets in between them, starts to cause a little bit of problem for them in gaining points. That's where the competition gets really interesting. We do have live scoring today, so we'll do our best to get you updated. We are just at the mercy of how quickly another human can update a spreadsheet, which is not easy in this environment. So as soon as we get that done, we will get the scores up for you. So what we're looking at right now, this is our Gauntlet. This is our intermediate ladies taking themselves through that Gauntlet. They're starting on the hurdles. We are, like I said, going to follow some of your heats all the way through that. Mainly, so we've got our RX females on the Gauntlet. We've also got the RX males on the Gauntlet. And then we have got the Masters males on the Gauntlet as well. We're going to take those guys from start to finish and get you some proper racing. But we will be over there for most of the day, dipping in and out. We're now operating between 3 different competition floors. We've got the competition floor 1 with the rig, floor 2 is where we had the barbells yesterday, the open floor, and then the Gauntlet stream. And that way, if you guys want to jump on Instagram, check the schedule, and you're trying to follow any family or friends or people from your gym, that's where you know where to look and to see if we'll be on the stream. We will be bringing in some little ticker across the bottom as well to keep you updated of what we're watching, what we're looking at, workouts, all of that. So yeah, stick with us for the day, guys. We're here all the way through until we step on top of those podiums around 5:30 this evening. And yeah, we'll keep it fun for you, keep it interesting, try and follow as much of the action as we can. We're trying to get as many people on the broadcast as we can, try and get every category on there as well. We've obviously got this amazing competition, a level of performance, some of the best in Europe here competing in the RX division, but some of the better stories and the interesting athletes and all the fun stuff happens in those everyday and intermediate categories. There's fierce competition down there, there's local rivalries, there's friendly rivalries within the same box. All that fun stuff's happening in there, so really good to watch. And again, we'll get you updated on all those storylines from yesterday. We'll also be bringing back our outfit ratings. I think that was about the most comments I got yesterday from Instagram was displeasure, shall we call it, about their outfit ratings. So we will be doing our daily judging of synchro outfits. It's a partners competition, it's a world pairs competition. Looking right there, we're going to give that a 6-4. That's actually, I'm going to give it bump that 7-4 in the blue and the white. So, hey guys, let's get you back on the floor. Like I said, running order. We are starting on time because that's what we do here at Proving Grounds. 9 AM, we are on to our everyday females. This is going to be heat number 1. So let's get you through the workout. We're starting on those rope climbs. So the way this is going to work, guys, for our everyday guys is 3 rounds for time. There's going to be 8 rope climbs here, split any way you like. We've got 20 synchro overhead single dumbbell lunge. My goodness, that's a lot of words for a body movement. And then 30 deadlifts. So the rope climbs can be split anyway. The lunges are synchro. And the deadlifts can be split anyway as well. So 10, 20, 30, 3 rounds for time. What you're looking at right now is currently round 1. And we just missed the start of that workout for a timer, but we will keep you posted there. This has got a 12-minute time cap. We'll get it on for the next one. Yeah, rope climbs in the everyday category. This is a huge movement. Also, the requirement for a rope climb, pretty high skill. If you can see that leg lock in the bottom there, pretty tough to do. Then it requires all that upper body pulling as well. So really strong. Yeah, girls making easy work of it there. We'll get your lanes up as well here and see who we're working with. Yeah, nice shot down the back of the rig there. So we have got a 12-foot rope climb, and what we're trying to do is get up and touch the top of that rig. Very clearly touch the top of the rig, and we've got a really nice setup here with the independent rigs from factory weights. So now we're getting a look at these synchro lunges. The dumbbell can be held in any hand, and then the knee must touch the floor. Pretty cool. Yeah, guys are looking good there. So that's going to be all traps, no lats there. Looking from CrossFit and Yeathsy. Don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but nice and easy. You can see some of our teams behind them still working on those rope climbs. Again, everyday category rope climbs, that just gives testament to the standard of this competition. To get in this everyday category, we had to go through the qualification process and then get into on the day. So really cool there. And then that deadlift, this is going to be 30 reps on the deadlift, and those can be split any way you like. Yeah, looking real cool. Yeah, and that's going to be our guys there from all traps, no lats. We've got the hair braids from one of today's sponsors. We've got the braiding station over in the vendor village for the girls getting their hair done. Well, I'm assuming that's who did it because it looks very nice. So, may not be. Again, nice and casual there, getting the switch over. These guys now coming back. It's day 2. We had 3 big events yesterday. Always had to go home, refuel, try and let the adrenaline slow down a little bit and see if there's anything you can do. Get some sleep. No doubt, like us, straight back home, straight on a live stream to see if they can review the performance, no doubt. I think it's quite handy as well to get a look. So, yeah, guys, moving through this 3 rounds for time. This one, a little bit grippy on the deadlift. We are going up that rope. Obviously, a rope climb demands pretty high level of pulling strength in the upper body, so we are pulling that barbell off the floor as well. So grip will become a factor. Yeah, you can hear volume going up in the building now. People are starting to file in. Like I say, early Sunday morning start. Coffees in hand for lots of the athletes as they're pouring in there. As I get a quick look at our everyday females heat 3 here. So in this heat, we've got Resilient and Ready from Clyde Coast. We've got Jade and Ellie from Kirkintilloch. We've got Peak Fitness Girls, the single spotters. We've got CrossFit Cairn Gorm. Black Stag right in the centre, Aperol Spritz. Then we've got Kirkintilloch, the mums with guns. Amy Squared. And we've got All Traps, No Lats, and then finishing off in lane 9 is our Fortius Girls Bits and Pieces. So you can see guys moving on to that deadlift now. Some of the guys are all on the lunges. That's going to be round 2. This one is for time with a 12-minute time cap. So yeah, apologies, no timer. So we're just getting things up and going, getting ourselves warmed up. You know, the athletes need to warm up. We need to get the stream warmed up, get our broadcast, get the cameras warmed up, you know, let the computer warm up. Same idea. Because it is pretty chilly in here this morning. So yeah, if you're coming in, maybe heading in later on today, you're in for a great day. We've got a full setup. We've got 3 different things to watch all at the same time. We've got 3 competition floors. We've got a full vendor village. There's food, there's snacks, there's tons of coffee. There's a little shopping opportunities here as well between Rebel and Original Culprit. We've got Audis on hand with some custom printing as well. So if you're looking for any customised gear, maybe support your guys from your gym, they can hook you up with that. So let's get back to these rope climbs for now. Yeah, good job. Honestly, so impressive here from these guys. Like I say, everyday category, hitting those rope climbs. So I'm sure we're giving a lot of them here. We've seen last year, we threw in the rope climb there, and the guys took on that challenge, so it was really good. I wonder how many of these guys went away last year and put some practice in on them to see if they could come up again this year. Oh. Just a quick look at the workout there. So you can see 3 rounds for time. It's going to be 8 rope climbs for the girls here. I've got synchro overhead lunges, and I've got the 30 deadlifts. Again, guys making our way through that round number 2 on the ropes. We do have one set of girls there out in the front. You can see them on the lunges. I believe they've got them done, and then joining them there in lane 5, I believe, is the girls from Black Stag. You see the judges' hand in the air, so look out for that. If you're new to watching some of their online fitness, you're looking for the judge's hand. When that hand goes up, that just signifies that that athlete does have 5 reps left. So always good to keep an eye on. And that's looking like our team currently in 2nd place. They're going to be in lane number 5. I believe that's Aperol Spritz. Got a nice shot there, as you can see people starting to fill in. Judge doing a great job. They're going to move on now to the deadlifts. And now we're starting to see a little bit of hustle between the bars, which is really nice. So we do have a bit of a competition developing here. We've got lane number 8, and that's going to be lane number 5 as well. So Black Stag and All Traps, no lats, getting a little bit pushed towards. This is round 2. 30 deadlifts. Opting for that mixed grip. So no specification on how to grip the bar. And we've just had a question on the stream there. The question was, are we showing the Gauntlet females are just about to start? At the moment, not. The intermediate females are on the Gauntlet. We're going to stick with our everyday females here, because we are going to catch up with the intermediate females later on in the day. Just the nature of the setup this weekend, we've got so much going on, 3 workout floors, so we want to make sure we get everybody on the broadcast throughout the day. But in between the heats here, we will click back over there, so you might get a little shot of them. So as they reset the floor of the everyday girls here, we will get over the Gauntlet throughout the first half of the day. So keep an eye on the stream, we'll see if we can get them on there. We are back to the floor here, we're on these deadlifts. The weight on the deadlift for the girls is 55. So right in that range of, yeah, we can definitely go touch and go for a few reps, but it's going to start to impact. Getting lots of pulling work here before we go back to the rope. So if we back on the ropes right now, we've got our current leaders, which is going to be lanes number 5, which is going to be our upper all spritz, and then lane number 8, all traps, no bats. That's the guys in the blue shorts there. I say blue, they might be purple, so if you're new here, your commentator's colourblind. Sorry about that. I've just had confirmation from the production team, they are indeed blue. So those are your current leaders. They are just kind of neck and neck right now with lane number 2. Sorry, the upper all spritz guys in lane number 5. And lane number 5 there just came. We've got some guys finishing now over the line. These girls still working through their rope climbs here. And that's going to be our Amy squared, we can see there, getting up and down that rope. Sorry, take that back. Yeah, this is Mums with Guns from CrossFit Kirkintilloch, getting up that rope. Again, big challenge for these guys, especially in the everyday category. Almost there, judge. Little sigh, if only the judge could help, but I'm afraid not. This is competition, this is proving grounds. You need to do the work. Okay, a nice shot there, you see the girls there coming through lane number 8. Just getting those deadlifts done. We just are approaching the time cap now at 12 minutes. Some athletes still working on the rope there behind. Deadlifts in front on that final round for all traps, no baps. No baps, no lats. Sorry. There was a team last year, I promise. There was a team last year that said something, no baps, alright, so apologies to the girls there. Yeah, 30 deadlifts, making them look easy now. I think the rope climbs are what got tripped up the girls there today, certainly not the barbell, and that's going to be time on our first workout. So great job, everyday females, getting us started. Love to see it. Yeah, guys, done there. First workout of the day. It's always hard coming back that second day competition. There's a big change for us this year at Proving Grounds where we had the 2-day competition. So the everyday guys were all on the Saturday last year, and that was their full entire day. So it's a busier schedule. They're getting 5 and 6 workouts done in one day. But I think it adds that new element of having to plan out your weekend. You need to obviously maybe take some more time off work. You need to plan out where you're staying, your sleep, your review. I was just reading something else, and how you're going to get through that. So really cool to see. Right now, we're just resetting the floor for the everydays. We might try and get you a couple of shots of the Gauntlet if we can. If not, we'll just keep you here. There we go, guys. Cool, so what you're looking at here is just a couple of our intermediate girls working their way through. I believe this might be number 2, so heat number 2 for the intermediate girls, just working our way through the gauntlet. Like I said, later on in the day we are going to be taking you through the gauntlet from start to finish and see if we can capture some really good racing. But we're just setting up for the everydays. Alright guys, back to competition floor 1. We're looking at our everyday females. This is going to be heat number 2. We've got girls from East Kilbride in lane 1. That's going to be all the way down on the left there. We've got Fife girls. We've got another East Kilbride team in number 3. There's a nice shot. I say this workout starts with the rope climb. We've got Core Fit lane 4. We've got Coast Functional Fitness in lane 5. Elevate lane 6. APC in 7. We've got Whatever It Takes in 8. And then we've got CrossFit Bia in lane 9. And that's going to be who you're looking at right in front of us. CrossFit Bia easily working through those rope climbs. See what the other athletes got. Oh, little miss of the foot. And that's what's very hard with rope climb. There is different techniques of getting up there. I even seen some in the last heat attempt to go for legless. So as we get the wide shot here of this workout, what we've got is 3 rounds for time of 8 rope climbs. We've got 20 synchro lunges. You can see the guys working through there into 30 deadlifts. This is going to be a 12-minute time cap here as well. And we've got lots of the girls here moving out onto the lunges. And let's see who's going to start pricking away. We've got lane number 3 already out onto the deadlift. So they're going to take an early lead here out on the left-hand side there. That's going to be the girls from East Kilbride, Bend and Snatch. As the other teams start to make their way through as well. So that's them right in the centre there. That's our team just out in the lead. They were the first to get to those deadlifts. And they're going to switch over. It's 20 reps between them here at 55 kilos. And let's see them, if we can stick with the girls here, let them transition back to that rope climb, and we'll see if we can get a little look at their first rope climb of the day. Yeah, good transition, here we go. So this is the girls from Base Fitness. East Kilbride forgot to roll the bar, but yeah, no problem there. So the girls will get 8 rope climbs to do together, and they can split them any way they like, opting for 2 in a row there, so they must be splitting it 2 and 2. Here goes athlete 2, nice sparkly belt, bonus points for sparkles. And tap, let's see if they're going to stick with the 2 and 2. Nope, so it looks like 2 for athlete 1 and then just 1 for athlete 2, and then just behind them in the rest of the shot, that's the girls from Fife, and then in the very end rig there, that's another team from East Kilbride. So I'm sure they'll be keeping a close eye on each other as we get that wide shot of the rest of the teams making it back to the rig for their second round of rope climbs. And this one's 3 rounds for time, rope climb, dumbbell snatch, deadlift. The girls on the right hand side from Bia there, that's the first round just complete. 3:32, so we've got a 12-minute time cap. We keep up this kind of pace, we should be good to go to get it done under the time cap, but those rope climbs are going to get very challenging in the later stages. back with our current leaders here. That's East Bride on the right, and just to the left of them is Corefit. Those guys making their way up. Yeah, and you see the base fitness girls there making their way onto the lunges. And this is going to be the lunges of round 2. Little strategic switch of the hand there. Obviously a bit of a height difference with the girls there, so synchronization can be tough. This is obviously something to practice because it's looking very smooth, and they're making it look as if it's something as easy. It is not. So good job those girls making it happen. 2 reps, 1, and we're back to the barbell for the deadlift. Just crossing the 5-minute mark. They're just chipping through these deadlifts. I think the girls are opting for 5s here. You see they do have the belts and stuff on, so not really heavy. I'd say something that was not requiring singles or anything like that, but you do need to be cautious that if you push a few reps too far, they might just blow up a little bit and make those rope climbs even harder than they already are. So what we've got in front of us there, lane 7, that's going to be our girls from APC. Just making their way back to the rope. Oh, need to roll that bar. And then just back with our current leaders out in front. You'll see some of the other girls on the rope there. We do have lane, those guys are actually on the previous round, so girls will be around making it happen. Yeah, need to be careful of the hands on the way down. We do have a long day competition here. The last thing I want to do is de-skin our hands on the way down for the rope. That's going to make the rest of the day very challenging, or at least annoying. I'm sure these guys will be used to it. But yeah, getting those feet locked in with the rope climb is always the most important thing. And what these guys are trying to do with the rope climb is we should be looking to try and get the knees as far up the rope as we can, right into the chest. So we're covering as much of the rope as we can. And that's going to give us more leg dominant rope climbs rather than all arms, because those arms are going to get burnt out pretty quickly trying to lift their entire weight up there. I think one of the most interesting things about the rope climb is watching how people descend. I think it's a really good indicator of how experienced they are on the rope climb, is how quickly they can come down. Some of the guys can just squeeze that rope between the legs and almost slide down and save the hands, as we've just seen on the left-hand side of your screen there. Others a bit more tentative. But again, hats off. These are everyday females. The fact that we're getting these rope climbs in an everyday workout is pretty awesome. Love to see it. Nice synchro lunges there from the girls in the middle. I think that's the guys from Coast Functional Fitness. I say from where we are here in the booth, guys, it's pretty hard to see the lane numbers sometimes, so we'll try and keep you right. We've got Goose down there on the floor as well. He is our on-floor commentator, and those guys are going to move with the CAGs as well. So we've got Stella on the floor, and we've got Goose doing a great job. Here's our guys out on this last set of deadlifts. There's going to be our guys in lane number 5. This is Coast Functional Fitness. So Team BDE, not sure what that stands for. Anybody that's watching Sporting the Girls can let us know. Hopefully it's nothing rude. We know what these guys in everyday category like to throw us off with our team names. But making a strong charge here. They are currently the only team out on the deadlifts, as we now get the girls from whatever it takes coming out on the bar as well. And that's going to be an awesome finish for those guys. That's going to be a heat win. So just keep a note of the time there. That was 8:16. That's the time we're going to need to keep in mind for the next heat of girls, to see if that is going to be hold up. So awesome work from them. This is going to be the guys from base. I think they just started to break down a little bit on the rope climbs. They were out to an early lead, but they are now on this barbell. But we've also got the whatever it takes on the barbell tail. You can see them on just the top of your screen there. both chipping through as they are joined by Crazy Dog Moz. They are, his team names are proud, aren't they? So that's us now got 3 teams on this final barbell, chipping through 30 reps. Are we going to just see somebody hold on? And as the Crazy Dog Moz sneaking out, so whatever it takes, sneaking in on the top there for a 2nd place. Yeah, as we get those guys working through those 30 deadlifts, say pushing the pace, there we go, pushing the pace on those last sets. Oh, getting the finish in, cranking out those reps, touch and go. Just really pushing the pace here in the final round of 3. Well under the time cap, not to worry about that, but it's trying to get that because we have got 3 heats of everyday athletes. So we are looking for points. Points, points, points is what we need today. Again, lots of upsets to be had here as well. If we can post a good score in the workout and get in between some of those leaders and really shake up that leaderboard. And that's where it's really interesting having a 2-day competition as well, because there's just going to be some workouts that are better suited to your team. And I think that's what we're seeing here, some really strong performances so far, especially that time at 8:16 to beat. That's a real strong performance coming in from what's essentially heat number 2. So. Right guys, we've got just over a minute remaining here. This is our barbell Barbies from CrossFit Fife, doing an awesome job on those lunges. Say nice and synchronized. And now into those deadlifts, 45 seconds remaining. If they can just turn on the jets a little bit, they might get them in just under the time cap. And right down here, there's a Crazy Dog Moz. 15 seconds to go. So girls from CrossFit Fife doing a great job there. Can we get them done? The judge's hand is going up. And that's going to be time. Just short a few reps here, but great job, yeah. Hug it out. Great effort from the guys there to finish off our heat number 2. So as we reset the floor here from the everyday females, we are going to get them reset, and we're going to stick with this competition floor with the everyday females and get you all of these guys coming through. So one more heat of our everyday females. And that is who we're going to have up now. So our current leaders from athletes only sitting up there, coming in now to heat number 3. Yeah, this is an interesting one as well. We've got the 3 teams in the same heat from the same gym, so athletes only. We've got the guys from Airdrie in there too. We've got Haddington over on the east coast, Corfit down on the west coast, Moray, sorry my geography's not that great, somewhere in Scotland I guess. So yeah, real mix in here as well. The guys from Glasgow, from Zone Fitness as well, Gainline up in East Kilbride, so a real mix of the central belt there as well. This is going to be an interesting one. So the girls, great competition. We've seen it yesterday. This is their first workout of the day, and we can see them already over there warming up on the rope climbs, just getting sized up, making sure we're ready. So I'm sure lots of nerves here, home, thinking about the strategy, talking about it. I'm sure this workout's been planned to an inch of its life for these guys. Let's see if we can put it into action on the day. So this is going to be good fun. Getting ready. Just a couple of minutes, guys, and then we will get this one started for you. So our running order for today, we are going to stick with the everyday females here, let them finish this workout. We are then going to quickly transition into our everyday males. I say quickly, it's actually not going to be quickly. We're going to take a break after the girls. We're going to get you some gauntlet action in between, and then we're back on the same floor here for our final heat of everyday males. Yeah, so coming up at 9:50 will be your everyday males. And that's going to be heat number 1 right through. We're going to get a quick look at the guys in the everyday males just before we jump over to the gauntlet. And that's going to be your RX females in the gauntlet. That's what we're going to run you through all of that. Alright guys, stand by. Top heat, everyday females, points to play for. Alright, all happy on the start line. Workout number 4, we're looking at 3 rounds for time. It's going to be 8 rope climbs, we've got 20 dumbbell snacks, that's going to be synchronized, and then we've got 30 deadlifts. Deadlifts for the girls today, 55 kilos, and these girls making light work of the rope climbs. And it's going to be interesting. Strategy on this workout is obviously 3 rounds, is how quickly we push this first round, see who comes out of that rig first towards the dumbbell. So we'll keep an eye on everybody in a minute. We'll see who's going to take that early lead. Again, as we've seen throughout yesterday and already this morning, being out in that early lead is not always paying off. Right? Strategy, pacing, particularly when it comes to a partner competition, that's really important because you not just trying to regulate your own engine. I think as athletes, these guys are really in tune with their own engine and when they feel it, when they hit that threshold. The problem here with the two of you is when one approaches, the other might not be or might already be there. So yeah, we've got teams already making their way to the dumbbells now. We've got 4 teams out there, 5, followed by 6. Yeah, all starting to make their way through. Again, these rope climbs, super challenging movement to start any workout off. So great to see the guys getting through 8 reps. We've now got 9 over 10 teams all out on the dumbbell and they are moving. Look at the speed of these lunges. Already seen it in this heat, an increase in pace, an increase in urgency, looking to get those points. And for some reason, I think black was the colour chosen by all the athletes today. Straight on the deadlifts there, we can see this workout is going fast. So stay tuned, this is going to get even faster. Barbells, gripping and ripping, tap and go. Standards looking excellent as well, making sure you're getting the shoulders behind the bar, no bouncing in the bar. Love to see it. Quick transitions as well, getting in and out. So on your left hand side of the screen there, we're looking at lane number 2. Those are girls from Athletes Only. A couple of nurses by the looks of it. Say by the looks of it, not by the looks of them. Their team name is Nurses on Supercharged. Not that I could identify a nurse in the wild, you know. So yeah, already teams back on the rope for round 2. Out to just an early lead, I think we're looking at lane number 6. And that's going to be our girl, Doctors Doolittle. Yeah, no surprise there. Strong performance yesterday. The girls in black there. Sorry. They are scaling that rope centre screen. That is your team out in the lead at the moment. Doctors Doolittle. So in this heat we've got our nurses on supercharge and we've got doctors that do very little. Don't know if that's standard within the hospital environment. You guys can fill me in, let me know otherwise. And there's a real nice shot of everybody now working on that rope climb. So all of the teams on to round 2. This is a very competitive heat. So keep your eyes on this one to see who comes out of that rig first and on that dumbbell in round 2. Looks to be that most of the teams pretty solid on the rope. No real issues so far, and that's from both teammates as well. Sometimes you see one athlete a little bit stronger than the other on particular movements. But right now these guys are going sort of right out. First on the dumbbell we get lane number 9. That's the gain line girls making an early charge here. We're in down lane 3. We've got in the zone girls on the dumbbell as well. Here comes the drama cleans from Haddington now making their way on, followed quickly by athletes only, McClure and McLovin. They're now out as the rest of the teams now filter in. So this is going to get exciting. The pace is not slow. We've got the gain line gals on to the deadlift. They are our current leaders on the bottom right hand side of your screen there. Just a little bit blurry. Maybe they're moving too fast on the deadlift, but right now we've now got 3 teams on the deadlift. As you see the girls on the left hand side moving up, but gain line gals showing no signs of slowing down. Quick switch there as we get the doctors do a little team out on the bar. That's our gain line girls there right in front of you. They look to be the farthest ahead. We're just looking for a judge's hand. We've got 4 reps, 3 reps, 2, 1 more, and they are into the rope for round 3. Remember, the time to beat is 8:16. That's what we're trying to get done here. Yeah, one team, a little bit of rest on the way back, other one going up. Rest of the teams we've now got the in the zone on the way back to the rope as well. So girls from Zone Glasgow just slightly behind the gain line girls. And the drama cleans from Haddington also making their way back there. So it's still tight. Also got the gain line girls still leading the way. We've got doctors do little lane 6 also up that rope. So this is our current leaders, the gain line girls, making an early charge right in front of you. The stats and lats from athletes only. Sorry. CrossFit Air girls, 2 girls, 1 comp right on the right hand side there. But furthest up that rope there, that's our gain line girls on the right hand side of your screen. As you can see, that's the dancing clean, still working our way through those deadlifts in round 2. But we're in round 3. The time to beat is 8:16. Keep an eye on that clock in the top corner, that's what we're looking to do. Gain line girls there, 6:14, then 8:16 to beat, but right down the other end of the floor there, we are looking at the zone girls, keeping them on their toes. So this is going to be the race we're looking out for. You've also got the drama cleans right next to them in lane 4. Gain line girls are moving on to the barbell, as are the zone girls exactly the same time. That's the girls from in the zone. So we've got 20 reps here at 55 kilos. Making light work of them, quick switch, they're keeping an eye. You can see the gain line girls watching as well. This is a race to the finish. Time from heat 2 is going to be broken by a large margin. The current time to beat is 8:16, 7 minutes as the Haddington girls also get on the barbell, start cranking through. So all 3 of these guys looking like they're going to come in under the time to beat. Gain line making the switch. Last few reps here to get across that line. We're going to keep an eye right down this line, see who's going to make it first. And that's going to be in the zone, taking the heat win, the event win as well. Awesome job. And then come the gain line girls for second. And then just right there is Haddington getting it done as well. Still looking to get that third place spot, because right behind them what you can see is the girls from athletes only, and then there comes third place is going to be the Haddington girls. But still lots to play for here. We are still under the fastest time from heat number 2, which was 8:16. So all these guys looking to get in there. This is all the points. This is where they are. So we've got 3 finishers in right now. We're looking for 4th place. And there comes the girls there. That was going to be a core fit ladies, I believe, in number 7, getting it done. And then still working away on the deadlifts. This is our nurses on supercharge here, right on your left hand side, working through those last set. Quick switch over, and then lane number 5, McCullough and McLovin, you can see them switching there at the top of your screen. 4 reps for the nurses, and they're going to get it done. Somebody else sneaked in there on the top end. I think it might have been nurses on supercharge, but now we are into, and this is where it gets interesting, guys. This is our top heat of 10 teams, but we've now got maybe 4 or 5 finishers from the previous heat, all going to get in between these guys, which is really going to shake up that leaderboard. So let's keep an eye on them now. Let's see when they get in. Let's see where that's going to finish up. Yeah, and this is the dancing cleans from CrossFit Marais here, cranking through those deadlifts. Great call from the judge there. Just missing a little bit of extension at the top, but getting it done. But what's to be expected 3 rounds in. This is going to be our athletes only, girls, stats and lats. Big set of deadlifts to finish. I'm going to switch over. Nice job from those guys. And pretty good on the matching outfits from athletes only. Give them a solid 7.5. Looking good there. Yeah, good to see that. Just that little bit of team spirit there. Obviously competing against each other all weekend. They're going to get to know them pretty good. They're in the next lanes to each other as well all weekend. So really getting to know each other pretty well. Nothing better than a big sweaty hug after a workout. Alright guys, that is going to be the end of our everyday females for workout number 4. So next up we are 9:41. So what we're going to do is our next big event for you is going to be the RX females in the Gauntlet. That is going to be at 10 o'clock. We're going to take you with the RX. There's 10 teams RX female, and we're going to take you with them from start to finish and watch that entire race. So we'll first look at the Gauntlet for the weekend as well. Should be pretty cool, and that's what you're looking at right now. Guys, we're going to take a quick break here, get ourselves reset, as you can take in some of the sights of the Gauntlet. Right now you are looking at the intermediate females, making our way through that. The competition floors are getting set back up for the everyday males, as they're going to take on this rope climb workout. But like I said, 10 o'clock we are going to take you through the RX female Gauntlet. So let's take 5. Right, guys. What you're looking at just now is just a little bit of gauntlet action. We are going to just make a quick switch over to our everyday males. Guys, Goose on floor with commentary. So we're just getting started with the everyday males here. This is going to be your heat number 1 for workout number 4. So same setup as the girls, same rep scheme with the exception of the rope climb, which is now going to be 10 reps rather than the 8. Again, what we're looking for with these 3 rounds is who is going to jump out to that early lead. So these guys have got the 10 rope climbs, and then they're going into the deadlifts on about 85 for that. Alright guys, looking down the floor there, all these guys making their way into the deadlifts of the round number 1. Just rolling that bar forward, you can see you guys making their way back now, round 2 onto the rope. Again, 10 rope climbs for these guys into that. Static lunge they're working on the dumbbell, so it's synchronized on the lunge. Deadlifts can be split any way you like. 2 of 3 on the deadlifts. Again, touch and go weights, a little bit heavier here for the guys, obviously 80 kilos, but still light enough to make it touch and go reps. And I think it's just that perfect weight that's then going to impact the other stuff we're working on there. And getting a nice shot there behind the rig.